Hey guys and girls, welcome back. This is Twist with YYC Designs, Custom RC Creations, coming at you again. Today we have a new build coming. Reason we have a new build coming is we have a customer that has decided to commission two vehicles from us. This one is going to be a 1939 Diamond T pickup. And in the beginning, we had a little confusion on, not really confusion, but we were trying to decide the name on it, whether we were going to call it this or going to call it that. Finally, the owner decided that he is allowing me to pick the name, and so I have decided on Root Beer, because actually the vehicle is going to be painted a pearl metallic root beer in color. And it will have copper highlights and pinstriping, that sort of thing. So the second vehicle, which will be in another video series, will be Black Rose, a 1956 Ford F100 pickup, two-wheel drive. Root Beer, however, is going to be a crawler, so something or at least y'all are used to seeing on this channel. Black Rose will be the first two-wheel drive vehicle that we have produced for a client out of the shop here. Nice thing is this client is allowing us to video his vehicles while they're being made. Some of our clients have not allowed us that, and so we do have projects on the go that y'all don't get to see because the clients don't want them videoed. But that's all cool. This client does, and so let's kick it off with Root Beer, a 1939 Diamond T pickup. It is a 110 scale full metal crawler. Alrighty. Alrighty then, so here we are, and we got zoomed really huge. Sorry about that. I gotta be honest, I have a great big honkin' bee in the shop right now. I don't know where he or she is, but I am decidedly allergic to bees. So pardon me if I end up kind of setting the camera down really quickly and taking off for a little bit. I'll hope not to make you puke when I set the camera down. But yeah, I am decidedly allergic to wasps and bees and hornets and like that there. So I've been trying to be very careful all day in avoiding this little bugger. They don't scare the shit out of me or nothing like that, but I really don't want to tangle with them either, you know what I mean? And I can't kill a bee just because of what's going on with bees here in North America. I can't bring myself to kill one, so yeah, we'll just do our best to avoid the little bugger, okay? Anyway, okay, so I hope y'all like the new paint job here. I decided to paint my shop table here to try and brighten it up for y'all, and a little better look for y'all, and try and get the shop a little cleaner, a little brighter for y'all, so it makes for better videoing. Anyway, this is the box. I had filmed the metal bending, but yeah, I was dancing around that bee enough that it just turned out to be a really shitty video. It's kind of more of a comedy routine, and I'm not very good at comedy, so I kind of deleted that video. Anyway, y'all have seen metal being bent on a metal brake before anyway, I'm sure. Some of you probably even have them, so y'all know what that's all about. So anyway, here's the box. So we have a box front. We have what will become the tailgate and the box, and some other metal bits here I've cut out so far. So I am going to continue on with building here, and yeah, y'all will see what I do with it. Obviously, the box front is going to get attached to the front of the box, somewhat like so. Tailgate will be back here at the back, and I'm just going to leave you guessing as to what's going to happen with rods. And I'm going to start doing some welding. Don't know how much of it I'm going to film, but probably a little of it anyway. And we will continue on. Alrighty. Talk to you in a few minutes. It was at this point that I started having some serious camera issues, and not because of the bee. The bee actually took off, thankfully, because as I had mentioned, I am violently allergic to bee and wasp stings and all that. Personal problem. Y'all don't need to know about that anyway. But I had recorded welding the box and doing some other body work and so on. And when I come to edit the footage, I find out that it's all garbage because it has this high-pitched hum in it. And, well, it's pretty much useless. I couldn't even voice over it and get rid of the hum and all of that jazz. So, unfortunately, I don't have any footage of me doing the welding on the vehicle. But, I mean, y'all have seen me weld before anyway. It's no big deal. So maybe we should just turn around and I will cut to what I did with the tailgate, and the box is already welded, and like that there. Alrighty then, so we got the tailgate made up. That took all of about maybe 10 minutes. Here it is. This is, I decided not to clean this up before I showed it to y'all so that you could see exactly what my work turns out like. And as you notice, I have brazed it. This is the inside of the tailgate, and of course it gives the impression that the metal is rolled over. And yeah, so all done. Just a little bit of grinding on it and smoothing and cleaning it up and making it look good. But actually it fits rather well on the box here. Worked out good. Alrighty. So that's kind of sort of what the box will look like. The tailgate, of course, will be hinged and drop down. And yeah, so there we are. Pretty happy. It didn't warp out too bad on me or nothing. In fact, I had a little warp when I hammered in the stiffening ridge here. Had a little warpage going on, and the brazing basically sorted that and straightened it right out for me, which I was happy it did. I kind of knew it would, but it's just because of experience I kind of knew it would. But it's always good when things turn out the way you want them, yeah? Never a bad thing when things go right. So now, attaching the fenders, we'll basically use a 1/8 rod, and it will sit underneath the fenders so. In other words, what I'm going to do is I will trace the fender line along the inside here, and then just attach little posts, very short. They will actually come into the fender about maybe an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, something like that, so they're not too terribly visible. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4 probably is the way I'll go. It's usually the way I do it, is, and that's how I attach the fenders to the box. Of course, they'll be down slightly. They will be more like that. Something more like that, because they don't sit flush, obviously. They come down. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 little braces. And then what'll happen is I will clean up the inside of this fender here and get it all nice and bare metal. And of course this is already bare, but you do give it a quick scuff with a bit of sandpaper and then just again braze it on. So now that I've got her all welded up, this is basically what we got here. So fenders are all on her, and I think she's looking pretty snaz myself. I mean, obviously it needs a lot of cleaning up, and with these small gaps here in the fender, they will get fixed up and cleaned up with I've got a special little cord I fill them up with, and then when I go to prime it and paint it, it hardens up really, really well, and it just becomes permanent. So you won't notice those gaps at all. And if we take a little magnet here, and let's see if I can do this one-handed now. Not so great at this, but we'll see what happens. And tailgate's attached. So that gives you a very good idea of what Root Beer's box will look like. Again, I apologize for the ambient noise and any bumps and bangs you guys might hear. The wind here today is just horrendous. Like I'd mentioned earlier, we've got like 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts here. As you can see here, we did blow through in the odd spot when I was welding and so on. And that'll get all cleaned up and fixed up, and the owner will never even know. Well, he will know because he's going to be watching this video, but he will never know where it's done, because I will take the oxyacetylene, fill those in, and then we will hammer and dolly them out properly, a little bit of filler, and you'll never see it. So anyway, yeah, it was a challenge to weld this one just because the metal was so thin, but that's why I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. It seems to have come out okay. And I've got to do a little work on the front of the box here. I've got to put in a couple of stiffening ridges, 3 of them, to copy the 1-to-1 39 Diamond T. I need to put in 3 stiffening ridges in this front panel, similar to what is in the fenders here, and that way it will look exact. The box floor will of course be finished off as well. It is not going to get left like this. Diamond T's had the same as Ford, Chev, and GM and other popular truck makers of the time. They never really used steel across the whole floor. It was wood. In fact, it was usually white oak, sometimes red oak, sometimes maple. So this box will get a wood floor. The reason I went completely solid on this floor is to basically protect it from elements and so on, so that the owner of the new vehicle can turn around and put whatever he wants in the box and know it's going to be completely watertight, because of course this is a crawler. So yeah, it gets away from the original a little bit, but the only way you're ever really going to know is when the model rolls, and it will roll. It's a crawler, but you'll see the metal floor on the box if you look close, or if you care to look, or if anybody even notices. From an aesthetic point of view, though, when you look at the box this way, it will of course have the wood floor in it. So, and like I mentioned, the tailgate will be fully functional when complete. It will be hinged, and it will have the proper looking and working latches here on each corner. So there we have the beginnings of Root Beer, 1939 Diamond T pickup truck, 4x4 crawler, 110 scale. And again, I got to apologize for the audio quality and the choppiness of the video. Like I'd mentioned earlier in one clip, we had a horrendous windstorm here today. Day before, well, a few days ago actually, because I was working on my own personal truck, rebuilding the turbo and all that. But the day before, I ended up with a bee in the shop, and I am violently allergic to them. So there was a little bit of dancing around. So I do apologize for all of that. And yeah, hope you guys and girls can forgive me for that one. Hey, we're not perfect. We all make mistakes. So, but anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and there's certainly lots more on the channel to enjoy. If you haven't, check out the rest of our videos. We have the Miss Voodoo Project. We have Ubi. We have a whole bunch of stuff. We even have boats for y'all who are into the seagoing stuff, or at least the waterborne stuff. I had a little creative dilemma, I shall say, in how I was going to construct the boats. So there hasn't been videos on them for a while now, and mostly because of that creative block, but also because I had some parts I had to get out to clients. And now, of course, we have two complete vehicles. I can't talk today. We have two new commissioned vehicles that we're starting, which is this one that you're watching, and Black Rose, a 56 Ford F100. Don't know when I'm going to start doing that one here, but it'll be soon. It'll be within the next couple of weeks. So there's a lot to watch on the channel. I'm sure if you search through our playlist, you're going to find something that interests you. And the boats are probably going to be next. I've gotten past my little dilemma, which was a block, like I said, on how I was going to design and build them. But I've gotten past that, and I'm going to move ahead with doing some more on the hulls so that we can get those planked. And they are going to be fiberglass covered, by the way. So for any of y'all who are interested in fiberglass work, you're going to see some of that here coming up too. Anyway, I'll leave it at check out the rest of the playlists. Like I said, I'm sure there's going to be something in there for all of you guys and girls who are into the RC hobby to get into and to watch and to really enjoy. So, on that note, please enjoy the rest of the weekend wherever y'all are in the world, and I will see you definitely in the next video. I am Twist. This is YYC Designz Custom RC Creations, and this has been the Root Beer 1939 Diamond T Pickup 4x4 Crawler 110 scale replica build. Take care.
Thank you.